you before you attack them, because they jump and they press every single ball and make it very difficult. But then the way we defend it as well, it was top draw.
Cheers. It's a day to remember for Gabriel. Let's have a look at the all-important header then, and yet another set-piece goal and corner goal from Arsenal.
Yeah, since he's come in, the set-piece coach, I think he's scored 42 goals since 2021. It's the delivery, obviously, it's fantastic, but the movement from him here. Very surprised with Romero. It feels very easy for a defender of his calibre to be moved out like that. I actually thought that, it could have even been a foul, but not enough maybe, but that seems very simple. And when you look at the proximity to the goal, to where he's headed it in, it's very, very easy goal for Arsenal to score.
It wasn't a foul, there's not enough in it. If Romero chooses to go over, then the referee's got a decision to make. But whilst he stood up, and there was no way they were going to change his mind with the VAR or anything like that. It's not enough to overrule that. It was great movement. There was one player who really, really wanted to get on the end of that, and there was one player that was happy to be shoved off it.
And from Tottenham's point of view, to be undone in this kind of area, not a blistering goal, not an end-to-end counter-attack goal, will be a huge frustration, Glenn.
Well, yeah, I mean, they must know that Arsenal are good from set plays. They've decided there. Last year it was zonal from corners. This year it's slightly changed. They've gone man for man on danger men like Gabriel, and whoever's been designated to mark him, do your job. Do your job, not what Romero's done. And then there's other players now doing a little bit of a zonal. Last year it was solid, 4 of them across there, and they got caught out. For me, the goalkeeper's got an Achilles heel here, because other clubs have seen it. Any ball in that in-swinging area, into that 6-yard box, I'm not sure he can come. There's too many bodies there, but his intent is to go back. He's never looking to come out. Look, he's involved in the sort of battle up. He's got to detach himself away from that and think to himself, where is my intent? My intent is, his body's always going backwards. He's got to come and punch some of them balls. Not necessarily that one, that's a bit different, but this is big. They've played that corner because time and time again he's conceded, or he flapped at one in the first half. If I remember, a corner came over and he said he didn't touch it. It wasn't convincing. And that's an Achilles heel he's got particularly. He's a good shot stopper, but he has got to come and make himself more physical, come and get more balls, come and punch. You ain't got to catch it. There's lots of bodies. Clear the area. And until he does, they're going to concede even more goals.
Brilliant header. I mean, there are so many different things. The ball has to come in first of all, then his movement, and then the timing of his jump to get away from the defender, and then the connection. It's a magnificent header. It really is. The desire to get on the end of it and shove everything, get out the way. I'm coming and I'm going to get on the end of it. No one's going to stop me. It's a superb header.
But that's the problem. You can't be unopposed.
That's right.
If your goalie's not coming, you cannot be unopposed.
3 of Arsenal's last 4 goals against Tottenham have come from corners.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, then you've got to do your homework, and you've got to make sure that you're focused in on that scenario, because you're going to concede some corners, and that's the case. Romero, I don't know where he was. He just switched off completely. You cannot allow a free header from inside the 6-yard box from a corner. No way. I don't care what era of football you're in. You cannot allow that.
And 15 Premier League goals for Gabriel. 10 of those have been headers.
Yeah, well, again, you look at what he's capable of in both boxes, with his defending, and once he gets in the box. And then, Steve, it comes down to the delivery. Saka's delivery was absolutely on point there. And, that's why Arsenal scored so many goals, because they work so much on them. They work a lot on those set pieces, and they know in games like this, it might be the difference, and it was today.
When you go one behind against this Arsenal team, you've got to do something special to get back, because it's very, very tough. They've got the best back 4 in the Premier League. There's no doubt about that. The way they operate, the way they work, the way they're protected. I mean, Spurs just didn't have an answer today, not for the first time this season, but in the end, this just ended up lumping balls into the box, which are food and drink to these 2 centre-halves, They're big, they're strong, they don't mind a battle. In fact, they love a battle and a challenge. And they just got rid of everything that came into the box. They were absolutely magnificent.
Psychologically, to go and win without Wright and Ødegaard, 2 huge players who, as we mentioned, never ever miss a Premier League game.
Yeah.
What will that do to the whole group?
Well, not only for the whole group, but for them too as well, because obviously they are arguably our best two players alongside Saka. Well, Saliba. With Saliba, I'm going to go on now. But like, obviously, them looking in, you need the team to be winning without your best, because, like I said at the start, you're looking to challenge Man City, and you have to challenge Man City sometimes without your best. And I'm not saying we played unbelievably there, but we got it done simply because the defence is so good and the set pieces are so good. So we've won that game on two aspects of our game that's improved over the last few years, and that is what's won us that game today.
OK, let's get some Tottenham reaction. Here is their captain, Heung-min Son.
Well, Sonny, I'm sure you're hurting. A third consecutive defeat here to your rivals. How do you sum up your performance this afternoon?
I think football was there. We dominated the game, and it's just the lack of the details. And we considered last season in the set pieces 2 goals, and like today, so also we consider set pieces. That's all details that in the big games change the results. And it's really frustrated and it's painful results. And I'm sure the fans are also very, very disappointed. And I think we gotta improve. Obviously, definitely, 100%, and we gotta move on. And in a tough moment, we have to stick it together.
I suppose a familiar feeling. You've said there 2 common themes. It's another game where you've had a lot of shots, not managed to score, and conceded from a set piece. Does the responsibility lie with the players? How do you see it?
Well, yeah, definitely. I think because it's until we are getting in the final set, and we are getting it right shots and right decision. But I think players have to take responsibility, because it's to get it there is I think most hardest part. So, and we gotta be really sure in the training and in the game that we have to make sure that we are making a right decision and be more clinical.
Well, that's a similar theme to what we've seen in every game from Tottenham. People saying they've got to be more...
Leicester. Certainly Leicester, certainly Newcastle, certainly today. I mean, they had possession. A lot of it was sideways, backwards. And they did have a lot of ball in the final third, but their lack of quality, their lack of final cross or final pass or final effort at goal, we've seen it too many times already this season. And that's something they're going to have to work on, because that has to improve, because teams will say, OK, we'll let you have the ball because you're not going to ask enough questions of us, and that's what's happened. It's happened today, and as I said, in the other 2 games as well. OK, well, I'll continue that theme in a moment after we've heard from the winning manager. He'll be very happy. 3 years in a row away at Tottenham. Here he is, Mikel Arteta.
A bit tight and a little bit stiff and rigid with what they were doing.
Is that a concern moving forward?
Definitely. They're a team that can out-possession any team, because they put their fullbacks in there, and they outnumber people. But it's the last third. They've got to have better movement to get in behind people.
They couldn't break Spurs down. Arsenal keeping another clean sheet in a derby win. Jurien Timber was part of that, and he joins us live now from North London. Jurien, well done. How does that feel to go to your rivals and get a result like that today?
Yeah, really good for me the first time, obviously. Now it felt really good. We were really happy in the dressing room, because it was a tough match, and we got it over the line. And to do it without such 2 big players in Declan and your captain as well. Yeah, not only them, we're missing even more players, so we knew it was going to be a tough match anyway today. But with any adversity, it's still a matter of winning these tough away games, and we did that today. And another set-piece goal. I mean, I know it's something that the whole squad works so much on, but when it comes to fruition like that in such a key moment, it must be really satisfying. Oh, yeah, that felt really good, because the game was so tough. We didn't really create a lot of chances. You're not going to create a lot of chances here away at Tottenham. And you know how important the set pieces are for us. And we got it done again. He's crucial, Gabriel, in those situations sometimes, isn't he? Oh, what a guy. He's unbelievable. He's so good at defending, but in attacking with the set pieces, he's even more outstanding. And talking of defending, 3 clean sheets out of 4 games to start the season. You're giving yourself foundations to go and win games. Yeah, that's really positive. I think we're working a lot on defending together with the whole team. And we showed it today again, clean sheet. And if you keep the clean sheet and you create chances, you have a big chance of winning. And that's why we won today. It's a big win at the start of a big week. So how important was that ahead of Champions League, and then of course a week today you go to the Champions? Yeah, it's gonna be a big week. It's nice to start it like this after the international break. but we got to take it game by game. And on Thursday we have Champions League ready in Italy.
Well, good luck with that, and very well done today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. Ciao.
It's Jurrien Timber, who's almost like a new signing, obviously, of that serious injury. He's come in, he's playing left back at the moment. He offers you great versatility.
Yeah, he does, because he's very good on the ball. He can play right back, full back. He can play right centre back. You know, we've seen today left back. You know, very good in the one-on-ones. We saw that as well today when the 1v1s, and he's obviously going forward. He's a very good passer, great pace. You know, we really missed him last season, so it's great to get him now. He is like a new signing.
I think that's the big difference. We talk about the centre-backs, Saliba and Gabriel, good centre-backs, they really are. But it's the outside people. They've changed that, Arsenal. You don't see Timber overlapping and getting forward or being the wide man. They've got wingers to do that job, so they can sit in behind and make them. White's pretty much the same. Every now and again, he'll join when they play with a 3 in possession. But basically, they're never out of touch with their centre-backs. A lot of teams nowadays, they put their full-backs so high, they can't get back in the cover and they can't get near their centre-backs. Whereas Arsenal now have got it quickly, they're back into shape. Even when Spurs broke today and countered, that back four got pretty quickly, because the distances they could get back into that back four weren't too far. So they're ticking so many boxes with set plays, with the way they play going forward in certain games, defensively, goalkeeper, sound.
Yeah, thought he more than played his part today. I thought he was brilliant at left back, even when he got the yellow card in the first half, because we were all sat at half time thinking there may be a red card coming here. So he had to do really well and get his tackles and time them to perfection in that second half, and I thought he did that really well.
Yeah, Jurrien Timber looked happy there. Nearly as happy as when you watch a North London derby with Ian Wright. The first Arsenal manager to win 3 away derbies at Tottenham since George Graham. Yep. That's how hard it is to do.
It is tough to do, but I think when you look at the way they played today, and as much as they obviously needed to create more chances. Was it 5 shots? 15? 5 shots on
15,
target?
No, that was Tottenham, sorry.
Sorry, Tottenham,
4 shots on target for us.
4 shots on... No, I'm talking about with Tottenham and the chances they made. I think that, you know, for Dominic Solanke, for instance, that chance, I think for the... And, you know, I mean, I don't want to throw him under the bus, but for that money, you've got to take those chances. That's what Tottenham need, so that can get them going in the game and that can get confidence into the rest of the team. You have to take opportunities like that, because otherwise then that crowd and the way that pressure comes in, everybody starts...
Not just for the goal, but for another clean sheet. That's 9 clean sheets in 11 away games in this calendar year, which is quite extraordinary. We don't have long here to look through the analysis, but we can look at the winning goal. The difference between the two sides, it's the 3rd goal that Arsenal have scored against Spurs. In the last 4... 3 of the last 4 goals have come from corners. So this is what we're talking about. The setup here from the corner.
This was the first half, and then we had a problem, Romero. He never really got to grips with Gabriel. Last year in this fixture, Romero's were doing zonal marking. I think he struggles when he has to man-to-man mark. He just gets a little bit lost. You can see Gabriel could have got on the end of that one. This one again, Gabriel takes up a slightly different position. You can see him just by the penalty spot there. A little bit of opposite movement. He gets up early. Just too strong for Romero. He completely loses him, Les.
Yeah, it's one of those, so you have to keep an eye on, and he's doing it there, he's keeping an eye on a player, but as the ball comes in, he just turns his back on it, gets a little shove in the back. And
is it a foul or not?
I think if a centre forward does that, the referee gives a foul against him.
There you go.
They don't even look at it. And you're right, he does need to be stronger. It's poor defending, but he does get a shove in his back.
Paul, foul or not?
I'd be disappointed if I didn't get a foul. I'd be disappointed. You know, he's in the wrong position. Everything's wrong about his defending. He's a centre-half. He's an international. Even I know, and I don't even play at the back, you've got to be side on. You've got to be seeing the ball and your player. To start off with, you've got to be hand length away. And he's standing with him. I do think, I'd expect a foul. I would expect a foul.
So the point is they completely changed their approach, Jamie. Their tactical approach, their tactical setup to defend this, and it's not working.
No, and I'm just looking at Vicario there, and he's got a major problem. He's got Maddison in front of him, and I couldn't quite see him just before it ended with the Arsenal player that's in front of him. That ball ends up just about in the 6-yard box. He doesn't take control of the situation. He had problems last year.
Are there too many bodies for him to actually get through?
There are, but I think because people have seen that weakness, that's where they're sticking people in front of him, because he's just got to that level now. And Arsenal have established it, and now other teams look at it. And it was in this fixture last season. He's still got problems now. What happens is because they've gone man for man, everyone just gets so obsessed with their guy. You can see Van de Ven, who's 6'5", he might be the one that go, OK, I'll come out. If I see that ball, I'm just going to go and head it. But everyone's just trying to go a little bit selfish almost on their defending. Nobody's actually taking responsibility. And Romero goes out and he kicks people a lot. But when he actually comes to it, he's got to do better with his own defensive responsibilities.
Set piece crucial again and makes a difference in this biggest of fixtures. More reaction on Sky Sports News and across our